Good morning, guys. Good morning and welcome back. So before starting today's session, so did you receive this recorded session of the previous batch, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir. You should have received it as a notification, right? If you subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on all notifications, you should have received it. And also I shared it in the WhatsApp group also, right? So please go through the recorded sessions, guys. Initially, we'll have weekly exams, guys. Okay. For those who are attending classroom, you will have daily. Okay. But for those who are attending online, you will have weekly. Weekly online test will be there, right? So, please go through the recorded sessions, okay? If you don't understand some concept, okay? And be prepared for yourself. We will have a star performer award. Every month we'll have one star performer award. There will be a prize for that, cash prize for that, or Amazon voucher. You'll get an Amazon voucher or a cash prize for that. That performer, the star performer. Okay. And from next month, most probably like next month, I am planning a scripting test. So by that time, your scripting also will be completed by next month end. We will conduct scripting test in Madhapur. You will have 5,000 prize for that. Those who complete the scripting 1 hour at the given time. So we'll give time at sufficient time according as per the script, right? So we'll conduct a scripting test, but that would be offline only offline, not for online. Okay, because if we attend online, we don't know like whether they are doing it on their own or not, right? So it will be offline. There will be scripting marathon. Prize will be 5,000 for that. Those who complete the script within the given time, 1 hour or 1.5 hours, according to the script complexity, we'll give that. All right. So in the last session, it was just a demo session, right? So today we'll move to the next concept, that is know your computer. Okay. So you might this, everyone knows this word, right? KYC. So, but actually KYC means know your client actually, but it is matching, right? That's why I took some liberty and I used it here, right? If you see that in the slide also, and by the way, you will have new slides. I am working on it. Actually, this is also boring for me. From 5 years, I have been using these kind of slides only. So you will get animation classes from next week onwards. I'm working on it now. You will get animated text and that will be more interesting and engaging. So I'm working on it in my afternoon time. After the sessions are over, I'm working on it. I'm preparing that. I started that and I'm doing that. So you'll get, that will be more interesting than this, these static slides. These are static slides, right? So, but that will be animated slides and those are really good, right? So you'll have that from next week onwards. And those who are attending classroom, you will get printed material. As I told you, you will get printed copies and color material. I'm planning to give color copies actually, color printouts. Okay. I'm not 100% sure at this moment because I need to check the commercials. So I'm planning to give so that you can reduce your screen time and that would be more convenient, I think, rather than some reading the material on the laptop or phone. I feel like printed material would be helpful. How many of you agree? How many of you want that? But there will be extra fees for that. Now, how many of you agree? If there is
I'll go with the printed copies, sir.
printed copies are for only offline participants, not for online participants. We can't give it for because we will be providing that on a daily basis or weekly basis. Okay, I will not give the entire material at once because I haven't prepared it till now. For the last 5 years, I am using only the soft copies, this PPT only. Online participants will get this PPT with this soft copy, but offline I have to give it either daily or weekly, right? So if it is online, I cannot post every week. right? So I can, and also we are not interested to give them printed copy for those who are attending online. Okay. So we want to start with on offline participants as on experimental basis, and based on the result we will give it from maybe from next batch or next to next batch for online also. So we need to check how many pages it will come, and how much it would cost for us and all those. But we haven't counted anything for online participants. The fee structure was last year fee structure only, right? Not last year only, but it was your fee structure was same for the past 3 years. Okay. So yeah, any queries, guys, before we start the session? And by the way, so last weekend I did some script review for the current batch, that the old batch, March 2024, and now you can see how many mistakes they did. Of course, this is the first application that they started scripting, so that is why you can see like there are a lot of mistakes done by each one of them. You see here, these are the students' names, and we covered 4 scripts on first application, which is WebTools application, and these many mistakes are done by them. Got it? So this is the reason we were doing script review, or we are doing script review from the past 3 years. Okay. Because, you have to, someone should review, even in the organization also, once you join into any project, your team lead or project lead should review your scripts. They will do the script. If they follow proper process, your the script review phase will be there for sure. Got it? So because we may do some mistakes like beginners, that's why they don't hire freshers for performance testing mostly. They will be hiring only experienced guys, because that involves some scripting knowledge and hands-on experience, right? So and so however, so I hope like by the next application they will correct all those mistakes. I'm just showing you to show the importance of the script review, to help you understand the importance of the script review. And here I gave ratings on a scale of 1 to 5, and those who got up to 3, I marked it, I used yellow color for that, and 2 and 1 I gave red color. And those who, if anyone get 4, they'll, suppose if someone got 4, rating as 4, right? So the cell color will be changed to green like this. So I simply use conditional formatting. Okay. So we are doing this from the past 4 years. This Google Classroom assignments and these, this batch tracker, script review, we have been doing from the past 3 to 4 years. You got it? So we'll do it for your batch also, right? And it is mandatory for everyone to share the scripts. It's mandatory for everyone to share the scripts. If anyone don't want to share the scripts, please let me know. I will not add them to the Google Classroom. I'll create a Google Classroom. Let me create right away, where I will be giving assignments for you. And if anyone don't want, if anyone don't want to do these assignments, please let me know. I will not add them to the Google Classroom. You will not get assignments. Okay. If you are not willing to work on the assignments and submit for review. Clear this? But if you want assignments, you have to work on them and you need to submit for review. Clear? So let me create a Google Classroom for your batch. And I will add your email IDs to this. So meanwhile, you can let me know if anyone don't want to do that assignments. You have that option. You have that choice. Right? But I will not share the assignments. You will not receive the assignments also, if you don't want to submit for review. Right? So in this batch, we are going to start JMeter first, and then BlazeMeter. BlazeMeter is a simple tool. I'll do one thing. I'll remove it, because that hardly takes 3 to 4 sessions. That's it. Okay. JMeter LoadRunner. Online and MGMITT offline batch. So Splunk and Dynatrace are optional, guys, not required for everyone. But if anyone want to keep 4 years experience, then they are required. Otherwise, not required. Okay. So next, done. Okay. So I'll mention this address, okay? So 6 by D. So for online, it is Zoom meeting, okay? And offline, this is the venue. So this is our classroom address, guys. This is our institute address. For online participants, I mentioned it here. It is a Zoom meeting. Okay. And I'll add your Gmail IDs to this. So you'll get an email invite. You need to accept that invite. Let me do that, like just 1 second, how it works. So I added some people, right, who already confirmed their joining, and now I'll create an assignment and give it to you. So please start with Excel and Word basics. I'll give first assignment as, learn Microsoft Word and Excel basics. So this would be our first assignment. I'll tell you how to, easiest way, what is the best way to learn those. Okay. So now, I'll give some due date to you for this. Shall I give the due date as this weekend, Sunday, coming Sunday? Is that enough? I'll show you, I'll show you how to explore those. And this is a general topic. So I'll give the no topic, create topic here. General concepts. Okay. Now let me click on. So let me show you how to explore those. Okay. For example, suppose if you want to learn Word, right? So go to open this Microsoft Word, right? And go to open a blank document and go to help. Please go to help, and there is an option called show training here, right? Click on that show training and you will get some video tutorials over here, like quick start, write and edit, format text, layout pages, etc. So please go through these videos. All these are 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minute short videos. I think this is the easiest way. In case you don't see this option in your MS Office, right? See, some of you may be using cracked version, or for some reason, if you are having older version of MS Office on your machine, right? Go through some YouTube videos. Go to YouTube and you'll get a lot of videos over there. But here you will have in an organized way, like you will have a first proper sequence actually. If you have like this, right? If you have a licensed version of MS Office, you will have this show training. Go to help show training, right? And then Word for Windows training. Okay. So let me give the steps over there. Launch Microsoft Word. Then blank document. Then help. Go to help feature or help menu, and then show training. And go through the what are those called as Word for Windows training, right? Go through Word for those training videos. Okay, so these are the instructions that you need to follow, and let me share it now. I'll save it. For now I'll save it. It's already saved. I'll send it once I add all your email IDs. I'll send it. Otherwise, they will not receive. Those who are not added yet will not receive. I saved it and I'll share it after that. And this is for Word. And in the same way, I'll give for Excel also. Excel also, you'll have almost similar steps. So please start with this immediately, because once we start the tool, you need to work on the scripting assignments, right? For the first 10 days, you will not have much work. So utilize this 10 days time to learn this Excel or Word, Excel and Word. Because, see, this is important for whether you go into development or testing. Again, in testing, whether you are into manual testing or automation or performance testing or security testing, whatever it is, we will be using Excel on a daily basis. Okay, so you need to be comfortable with Word and Excel. right? So please learn these basics. See, there are only like 4 to 5 minutes of short videos. If you see here, if you click on view start, quick start, sorry, quick start. So it will show you the, like it will give an introduction how to create a document in Word, right? So you'll have some short videos or, screenshots like this, right? Okay. So yeah, you can see here, there are some short videos. Just click on play and you can watch the video. It will be hardly 2 to 3 minutes videos. And also you'll have description at the bottom also,
Microsoft.
right? So it just 1 minute, 9 seconds video, introduction video. So please go through that and, you should be having sound knowledge on Word and Excel. Clear, guys? So please go through that, like by the time we start our scripting, right? JMeter tool, you need to complete all this. And database also will start. I'll give it at appropriate time. First start with Word and Excel. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now let us start today. Yeah.
Pawan, one query from my side. Like, if I'm using Microsoft Word 2007, I'm not able to see help.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? So you need to go through some YouTube videos. Just do
Okay.
search for some videos and go through them.
Okay, Pawan.
So before I start the session, guys, this is for online participants. Online participants, can you please open speedtest.net? Please join from laptop, guys. Okay. So I hope most of you joined from laptop. So otherwise, please join from laptop from tomorrow onwards. Okay. Online participants, this is particularly for online participants. Offline participants, we will have a projector here, right? And it is fine for the first 1 week. That's fine. After 1 week only, you'll require a laptop, right? Those who are joining online, please check your internet connection quality by going to this website, speedtest.net. Can you please go to this website, speedtest.net? Everyone, those who joined online, even those who joined from mobile also, there is a mobile app. This speedtest.net is also available as a mobile application, mobile app. Clear? And go there and click on this go, right? And make sure that, check the ping time. This is important. The first metric is important. You see ping MS and right? The first one. So it should be a single digit or a lower double digit number. Okay. So otherwise, what happens? See, the lesser, the smaller it is, the higher your internet connection quality is. Okay. So this is fine. Download and upload speed are fine. Even if you have 10 Mbps also, it is fine. But this should be smaller. The ping time should be less. Clear, guys? Can you please check your internet connection, those who joined, through online? And check the ping time. This is important. Then upload and download speed. So if anyone is seeing 3-digit number here, right? So, you should arrange some other, network connection, or you should arrange some other, some other source, right? Or switch your ISP, internet service provider. ISP means internet service provider. So this is good internet. This is good speed actually. So 6 milliseconds. You can see here ping MS means MS for milliseconds. The lower it is, the higher your internet connection quality is. Yeah. Okay. Now, that this is important guys, because, when I am switching from one screen to another screen, right? If your internet quality is not good, you will not see that immediately. You will not see that new screen immediately. When I'm switching from one screen to another screen. Clear? Okay. Now let me go to the slideshow mode and let us see the KYC concepts that I want to discuss. So the first and foremost one is, the reason why I start from here is there will be like, how many of you are from computers background and how many of you from non-computers background? Can you please ping in the Zoom chat? If you are from computers background, please type C, otherwise NC. You should be familiar with the Zoom chat also. We'll be using it for, daily quizzes and all, daily quiz or, assessment. So if you are from computers background, please type C, otherwise NC. Okay, we also have a poll option in Zoom meeting. I'll create polls for this. Okay. So I see like till now I see both of them to be equal. Good. If you have more number of computer background guys, it would be helpful to everyone. Okay. So you should know this, those who are from non-computers background, they should start with this. What is done by an operating system? How to check your system configuration? These are very important basics or fundamentals that you need to know. Okay. Now, shall we start with that? Shall we start with the operating system? So can someone define? Now, we have some people from computers background, right? I'll go with them. So I'll go with one of them. Sahitya, what is an operating system? Those who are from computers background, so you pinged right that you are from computers background. Maheshwari, can you define operating system?
Yeah, Pavan. I mean, operating system, it manages both the hardware and software of the computer.
Okay. Who is this, Maheshwari or Sahitya?
Maheshwari.
Maheshwari. Okay. Right. Any other definitions? Let me clear the drawings and someone visual annotation. Okay. Yes. Can someone else define this operating system? So one definition that I got from Maheshwari is, Maheshwari, can you please repeat it? Guys,
Sure,
if you
Pavan. Yeah,
don't know,
operating
guys,
system is used to manage the hardware and software of the system.
operating system is the software which is used to manage manage
Hardware and the software.
hardware and other software. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other definitions? Guys, those who joined online, do a Google search, guys. If you cannot define it, or if you can define it, you can post it in the Zoom chat. You can type your definition in the Zoom chat. Don't copy paste.
It is an interface between the human and system.
Right. It is an interface between human and the system, or user and the computer. Right.
Yes.
That is also a valid definition. Next, any other definitions? Yes, Google search, what is an operating system? Right? Those who cannot define it, but you should be thorough with this, guys. Okay, because I will tell you why. Last year or before last year, we shared some referral openings. We gave some referral openings to one startup company. Okay. HR did some, screening round initially. And HR will not know JMeter and LoadRunner, right? So he simply asked, he called one by one and started asking these questions. Can you define what is an operating system? Can you define, what is IP address? Because they know that these are basics that everyone knows, right? But they don't know JMeter and LoadRunner. They don't know, obviously. They don't know what is performance testing, and they cannot ask questions on that. So HR started asking these kind of questions. Those who were able to answer, they got selected. I mean, technical entry got scheduled for them. Those who could not answer, they were rejected in the screening round itself. Okay. And one guy told that I am not from computers background. Okay. He said that I am not from computers background. Then you know what HR asked? Can you tell me 10 subjects in your engineering? He asked, can you list down 10 subjects in your engineering? Or 15. Surprisingly, they could not answer. They are from BTech IT. And I'll give you one more interesting question. So, our HR, like that associate company HR called one student from IT background, fresher, actually. Those are such openings actually. And, like he asked, what is IT? So he first asked, usually they will ask, can you give an introduction about yourself, right? She said that, I am a BTech graduate. I did my BTech in IT in so and so year from so and so college. Then he asked, what is IT? What does IT stand for? She's unable to answer immediately. She said that, I did not prepare for the interview. I will, Anchepi, she hanged up the call.
Hi, Pawan sir. Sorry for interrupting. I think so. Someone is unmute, due to the breeze or
Yeah, yes,
something.
yes. I'm muting everyone. So if anyone want to speak, please unmute, temporarily unmute. You can press and hold the space bar to temporarily unmute yourself. Can you please check that? So I'm muting everyone. But if you want to speak, or if you want to ask any query, right? So you can press and hold the space bar, press and hold the space bar on your keyboard. And once you are done, please release it, right? That is to temporarily mute or unmute yourself. Okay. I kept everyone on mute. Got it? So these are important, guys. You understood, guys, how funny it is. So they studied BTech for 4 years in IT, and when the HR asked what is IT, what is information technology, isn't it pathetic if they can't answer that? HR asked what is the definition of information technology? Anyone from IT background? BTech IT? Okay. So if someone cannot answer at the moment spontaneously, at least they can Google search and they can tell them. Right. Okay. Anyways, we have we have a lot of funny stories like this. We will discuss as and when we come across the context. Okay. Yeah. So what is an operating system? It is an interface between the user and the computer, right? And how to check your system. And by the way, can you please check your operating system and ping in the Zoom chat? I want these sessions to be more interactive, guys. Please join from laptop from tomorrow onwards. If you join through mobile today, at least from tomorrow onwards, or those who are having your laptops handy, please join from laptop. Okay, because all these questions will be related to that, configuration, IP address, and all those. I hope most of you join through laptop. Otherwise, please join, guys, if you have laptop handy now. Right? So we have a lot of these funny stories and learnings, lessons, right? So which we will discuss that during the course of the training. Okay. Now you know what is an operating system. Now can you check what is the operating system on your computer? On your laptop, what is the operating system? Can you please check that? Can you please check that and ping it in the Zoom chat? Type it in the Zoom chat. Okay, Windows 10 Pro, Windows 11, right? Windows 11 Vishu, is it Windows 11 Home or Pro? Sarach Chandra saying Windows
it's a
11
Pro.
Home single language. Windows 10 Pro, Srivalli Windows 10 Pro. Please check it and please check this. Please check and type it. I will ask you to share your screen and verify that. Don't type something randomly. Okay, wonderful. So most of you know how to check your operating system. Now, next thing is how to check your system configuration. Can you please check your system configuration and post it in the Zoom chat, everyone? Please check your system configuration and post it. Please post it in the Zoom chat. So what is meant by system configuration, first of all? Yeah, I got one answer from Sarach Chandra. Are you seeing the Zoom window, that chat window, guys? Meeting chat window? Online participants, are you seeing the chat window or no?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Okay. So I got answer from Sarath, processor is 13th generation i5, yes, 2.6 gigahertz, right? Intel Core i5, 2.6 gigahertz. What is this 2.6 gigahertz, Sarach Chandra?
I think it's the frequency.
Right, frequency or processor clock speed.
Process.
Yeah, frequency
Clock
is
speed.
also called as frequency or
Correct.
processor clock speed. Okay.
Yes.
So, and how much is the RAM here? Yeah, 16 GB RAM.
16 GB.
Right? 13th generation i5, 2.6 gigahertz. Okay. Gigahertz. This should be read as gigahertz. HERTZ. Okay. And now, so Srikanth 16 GB RAM, 64-bit. I want see, this is about RAM, right? This is RAM configuration, isn't it? This is RAM capacity. How about processor, Srikanth? So when you say system configuration, these are the important ones, guys. How are you checking this? There are multiple ways to check that. But let me show you some simple way. You right click on the taskbar and open Task Manager. That is one way to check your system configuration. And this, once you go to task manager, initially it will be like this. Okay, initially it will not be like this. It will be looking like this, guys. Isn't it? It will be looking like this. Task manager, the first time you open the task manager, it will look like this. So click on more details, then then you will see a bigger window which displays all the running processes. Observe here, task manager, first tab is process. And what is it displaying here? It is showing what all processes or what all programs are running currently on this machine. Yes or no? I have Google Chrome running on my machine, Zoom meeting running. I have opened Microsoft Word, right? You see here, Word is open here. That is why it is process tab is showing all the running processes are all the running programs. You should know this. Everyone should know this, guys. Whether you are into functional testing or automation testing or performance, what type of testing it is, or whether you are into development, these are computer fundamentals that everyone should know. Okay. What is process tab showing you? It is showing all the running programs on your computer right now. Yes or no? Suppose if I close this, see, you see here Microsoft Word here. Suppose if I close that Word, right? Now it will be gone. It's gone now, isn't it? What does that mean? That means it is showing all the running programs on my system. Clear? Now there is another tab called Performance tab. Next tab is Performance tab. Guys, I am on Windows 10, by the way. Those who are on Windows 11, the interface will be slightly different. Tomorrow I will log in from Windows 11. I have a Windows 11 laptop also. Tomorrow I will log in from Windows 11. Okay. And we'll discuss there. We'll repeat, I'll quickly recap these concepts. Okay. And now if you see here, CPU, this is my CPU configuration. Or this is my CPU configuration. What is that configuration? You see here, i7 is the model and generation is, which generation processor is this? Not i7. It's not i7. See, this is not generation.
8.
That is not generation. Okay. This is not generation. But can you tell me which generation processor is this?
9th generation.
This is 9th generation. This number indicates the generation. Okay. Of course, Windows 11 low, it is clearly showing here, 12th generation, 13th generation, it is showing here. But in Windows, this is Windows 10. I am having, this is Windows 10 Pro operating system, guys. Right? So this first number indicates the generation, your processor generation. The higher it is, the faster it will be. The higher the generation is, the faster it will, your laptop will be. Clear? And what is this? This is 2.6 gigahertz is the clock speed of your processor or frequency. I think it is also called as frequency, or that indicates the speed of your processor. The higher it is, again, the higher it is, the faster your laptop will be. So those who want to purchase laptop, you should know this information. Otherwise, what happens? Shopkeeper will sell you outdated model. Okay, if you don't know this information, isn't it? They will say that, sir, we have very good offers on this, sir or madam, we have very good discount on this, and he will sell you a outdated model or old model. Right? Obviously, old models will have more discounts, isn't it? So you should know this information. Which generation is that? What is the clock speed and all? Clear? And these are computer basics again, isn't it? And now memory. What is this memory, guys? The second one is memory that you should know is memory. And what is that memory?
RAM.
Yeah, memory means RAM, right? What is RAM full form?
Random access memory.
Random access memory. And how many of you saw RAM before? RAM and it will show RAM. Okay, so what I will do is, how many of you saw this RAM before? Did you see this, anyone? Most of you might have seen this, right?
Yes.
Or know this.
Yes,
This
yes.
is how your RAM looks like. And what is the importance of RAM in your system? What does RAM does in your system? What does that RAM, random access memory does in your system?
It's temporarily store the data or
Okay,
process.
temporarily store the data. Okay, that is one answer from.
It increases the speed of the computer.
Increases the speed of the computer. Without RAM, will your system work? First of all, any program can you, will your system will be started without RAM?
No.
No, right?
No.
So it's not about speed, right? It's not about speed. So, yeah, I got one more answer here. Monica, what is your answer? Stores the data. Is it? Then what is hard disk? What does hard disk does?
The applications run on RAM when we start the computer.
Exactly. Exactly. So for storing the data, we have hard disk or SSD. That is the purpose is, purpose of a hard disk or SSD is to store the data. But the purpose of RAM is to run the programs. See, suppose if you started JMeter or you started MS Paint or you started a browser, Chrome browser, that applications will be running in the RAM. All the applications on your system will be running in the RAM. Right? Because this is faster. This is random access, isn't it? It will be faster. Okay. So someone answered that it increases the speed, right? That is what they mean to say actually. Right? To make the, like if the program is loaded to RAM, it will be faster. It will be running faster. And every program that you open or suppose you open Excel or Notepad++ or Notepad or calculator, everything will be loaded into the RAM and they will be running in the RAM. All the applications will be running in your computer RAM. Clear? And again, the higher it is, the higher capacity it is, the faster your system will be, isn't it? Now, if you see here, the RAM capacity on my laptop is 16 GB, right? And the speed of the RAM is 2667 megahertz. This is also important one, isn't it? This is also important information, or this is also important metric. The speed of RAM on my system is 2667 megahertz. The higher it is, the faster it will be. If enta ekku unte aa speed anta fast untundi your computer, obviously, right? And you see here, out of 16 GB right now available memory is only 4.5 GB. Free memory available means free memory. Okay, because already some programs are running, right? Already some programs, a lot of programs are running on my system. You see, all these programs are running on my system. Okay, they consumed, how much? They consumed 11 GB of memory. You see here, in use, right? So what is that in use? In use means which is already occupied, isn't it? And these are particularly very important for performance testing. This information is particularly very, very important for performance testing. Your CPU speed or your RAM capacity, RAM speed, these are all very important for performance testing. And the disk capacity, right? All this information is very important. Yes, any queries? Okay, and you see here slots use 2 of 2. That means there are 2 RAM slots and both of them are already in use. That's what this means, isn't it? Right? And paged pool, non-paged pool, we'll discuss this later. And what is this cached and committed, we'll discuss this later. Okay, not important at this moment, but these are important at this moment. And those who are having 4 GB RAM on your system, please upgrade your RAM as soon as possible. Please upgrade the RAM on your system as soon as possible. Those who are having 4 GB RAM. 4 GB RAM will not be sufficient for JMeter, and going forward, we will be setting up some demo applications on your machine, right? We'll install a lot of programs on your lot of softwares for this training purpose. So 4 GB RAM would not be sufficient, right? That is another reason why I want to cover these concepts in the second demo session, because like you'll get some time to upgrade your RAM. Those who are having 4 GB RAM. If you are having 8 GB RAM, well and good. That is enough, right? 8 GB is minimum. Recommended is 16 GB. Okay. All right. Now, and coming to disk, there are 2 types of disks, right? Someone said that previously disk is used for storage. Yes, that is permanent storage, right? And now disks are of 2 types. What right now in the market, you have 2 types of disk. What are those? HDD. There are 2 types of disk, HDD and SSD, isn't it? So this, the disk on my system is SSD. The storage, permanent storage on my system is, on my laptop is an SSD. Okay, if you click on disk, observe here, let me clear the drawings. Okay, and you see here the capacity of this one is 1024 GB, that is 1 TB. The storage capacity of my disk is, the SSD on my machine is 1 TB, 1 terabyte, right? And I hope you know everyone knows that unit of measurement. Or no? I'll do one thing. So let me start a Word document for your batch. So where I will be giving the class notes. Okay. April 2024 batch. Okay. Class notes. Yeah. So what are the units of measurement for that storage, guys? Disk storage or size, when you say not, no, okay. So it is measured it starts with bits, right? Bytes. You know this terminology, right? All this
Yeah.
terminology.
It's
One
bytes,
byte is equal to how many?
MBGB.
8 bits. Okay. One next, what is the next unit? 1
MB
kilobyte.
KB.
Isn't it?
Okay.
1
KB.
kilobyte is equal to
1020.
bytes.
1024
bytes.
1024 bytes, right? 1024 bytes is called as 1 kilobyte, correct? And observe here, for bits, small b is used, and for bytes, capital B is used. That is a standard convention. Okay. For bits, small b will be used, and for bytes, capital B will be used. Bits and bytes, you know the difference between them, right? And now, so next, what is the next unit? Higher unit is 1
MB.
MB.
Yeah, that is 1024
KB.
kilobytes. Always use KB. Kilobytes means capital K, capital B. Okay. Next 1
GB.
Now again 1024 MB is equal to 1 gigabyte, right? 24 gigabyte. Next.
Sorry, MB. 1024
That is MB.
Sorry.
MB 1025.
Next unit is
TB.
terabyte, TB, right? That is equal to 1024
GB.
and so on. Terabyte, and then I think next one is petabyte, right? Zettabyte. Okay. So, like we mostly measure in gigabytes. Okay. That is enough. But, this is, again, this also, this has a lot of importance in performance testing. Whenever you are sending a request, what is the request size? What is the response size? Right? So we will speak about this. We'll discuss this in the next week. In the next week, we'll discuss in the developer tools. We will come across all these. It will show in kilobytes, basically. It will show in kilobytes. Okay. Right? We'll discuss that later. But these are some computer fundamentals that everyone should know, isn't it? And now if you see here, this is the capacity of my SSD on my system, and it is 1 TB, right? And out of which, like after operating or after booting software, some I think 954 GB is available, right? And where can we see that? See, type is SSD. And what is the difference between HDD and SSD, guys? You might have known this, right? This is how a hard disk looks like, the first one, isn't it? So this is how a hard disk looks like. It will have disks and platters, right? And there will be a read-write head. There will be a read-write head. Okay. In the case of HDD, HDD stands for? What does HDD stands for, this?
Hard disk drive.
Hard disk drive. What does CSK stands for?
Chennai Super
What does CSK stands for, guys? IPL చూస్తున్నారు కదా. What does CSK stands for?
Chennai Super Kings.
That we will get this kind of for these kind of questions, we will get faster response.
Daily we'll be watching them.
Okay, just kidding. Okay, so but everyone knows that what is CSK, what is that DC, right? Everyone knows that team names, right? So please remember these also. Please remember this terminology also. HDD stands for hard disk drive, and SSD stands for
Solid state
Solid
drive.
state drive.
solid state drive, right? What is the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two?
HDD is
Okay.
slow, SSD is fast.
SSD will be faster. Is that the only difference?
SSD we can attach later while
We can.
attach more SSD. HDD also like comes with the computer.
Okay. So please explore this after the session. Okay. You know, you can go through this link. Okay. Or else if you want, I'll share this. Okay. This seems to be good link actually. Good information is provided, I believe. Right. Please go through this. Okay. I'll post it in the Zoom chat and I'll post it in the WhatsApp group also. By the way, we have one WhatsApp group for every batch. Right. So those who confirm their joining were added to that WhatsApp group, guys. So please confirm your joining as soon as possible so that, you know, like you will not miss this, any communication. So this is the April 2024 batch. This is the WhatsApp group for this batch. And I am going to start JMeter. That's why I mentioned here first JMeter and then BlazeMeter and then LR. Okay. So that is the convention that I follow. First, we are going to see if you see JMeter first in your batch WhatsApp group, that means JMeter will be started in this batch first. And then the other tools, right? And please, you know, those who confirm their joining, if I missed anyone, please let me know. Okay. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. Right. Now, what are the difference between HDD and SSD, guys? SSD is faster than hard disk, right? But it is more expensive. SSD is more expensive, isn't it? And it is, you know, shock resistant up to 1500 operating, non-operating. Up to 1500 G it seems. What is that G? I don't know. But you know, it is more shock resistant compared to HDD, isn't it? Even though it is dropped accidentally, it will not be damaged easily, that much easily. Like a hard disk, like a system having hard disk drive. Because in hard disk drive, there will be movable parts, moving parts will be there. You see here, this read-write head will be moving and it will be reading or writing data to the disk. Got it? So, you know, it is not shock resistant. But, you know, but the SSD is shock resistant because it doesn't have any moving parts, isn't it? There are no moving parts here in SSD. That is why it is shock resistant. Got it, guys? And it is faster. This is faster. But compared to HDD, hard disk drive is slower because if you want to fetch some document, you want to open some Word document on your system, right? What we call this read-write head should go to that location on your disk and then it should read from there. That is why it will be slower. Hard disk drive will be slower and weight also will be more. But the cost, it is cost effective. Compared to SSD, it is very much cheaper. Clear, guys? So these are the major differences between HDD and SSD, right? And then you know how to check your system configuration, by the way. So you can open Task Manager and you can check your system configuration here, or else there are a lot of other ways also, right? Locate your on your desktop or laptop. You will have this PC, right? You'll have a icon on your desktop called this PC. Right click on that and click on Properties, isn't it? There also you can see this information. What is your processor configuration, RAM capacity, and all this. And what is the operating system? You see here, you know, on my system, this is the operating system on my machine. Windows 10 Pro, isn't it? One second, guys. Hey, clear, guys? Do you feel that these concepts are important? Or you can learn on your own. If you tell that you can learn on your own, I will go to the performance system directly. Or you want me to explain this? I'll explain some important basics only, guys. I cannot explain everything, all the computer basics. But whatever is required for performance testing, I am covering here. I'm going to cover here whatever concepts are important for performance testing. Clear? Now, this is how you can check your system configuration. You can see your system configuration here. You can see the processor details, RAM capacity, what operating system there on this machine, right? How to go there? Right click on the properties, observe here, right click on this PC and observe here, you got some options here. And what is this window called as? This window is having a name in Windows operating system. This small window, right, which is having those options, open, pin to quick access and all this. This window is called as, anyone? This
Menu.
window has a name. Yes?
Menu.
Menu. You are partially correct. You are close to the answer.
A quick menu.
What is it?
Quick menu.
Shortcut.
Quick menu, no. Context menu. This menu is called as context menu. Okay. Why is it called as context menu? Is based on where you right click, it will show the options. Why is it called as context menu? Suppose if you right click on any icon, suppose if you right click on this PC, what options it is showing? Remember here, open, pin to access, etc. Suppose if you right click here, now see these options are different, right? The menu options are different here, yes or no? So based on where you right click, it will show the options. That is why it is called as context menu. What is meant by context menu, guys? The menu, I'll write it down in the class notes. Those who are taking running notes, you can note it down. Okay, I gave some title to this, right? Yeah. Okay, now it is showing. Here's some title before. Okay. What is context menu in Windows operating system? Yes. The window that we get, the window or the menu that we see when we right click on our system, right? Right click anywhere. You can right click anywhere and but right click anywhere on our system. That is called as context menu, isn't it? Suppose if you open a Word document, for example, and if you right click inside a Word document, the options will be different, isn't it? Yes or no? If you right click here, the options will be different, isn't it? So based on the context, based on where you right click, it shows the options, right? That's why that is called as context menu. Based on the context, it will show the options. That is why it is called as context menu. Clear about it? Okay, next. The next definition I want to, or the next concept that I want to explain is IP address. Okay, so what is an IP address? So if you have a screening round, HRs will be asking these kind of questions mostly. Okay, because they don't know JMeter or they don't know LoadRunner or they don't know performance system. They will ask these kind of questions and they will filter out, most of the people. Most of the people fail to answer these kind of questions, surprisingly. So what is an IP address?
Internet protocol.
They know, most of the people know that. Most of the people know what is an IP address. But if they cannot answer at that moment, if they cannot define it at that moment, they will not be shortlisted. Isn't it? If HR or anyone asks this kind of questions. Yeah, IP stands for Internet Protocol, right? What is an IP address? If someone asks you to define an IP address, how can you define it?
It's an address provided to each.
So IP address
System.
is a unique address assigned to any computer. Can I define like this? Unique number assigned to any device. I'm calling it as device. Okay, why? Why I'm not calling it as a computer? Is
Different
device can be
devices will-
anything, right? So your computers only will not be having IP address. Your
Mobile phones.
smartphone will have some IP address, yes or no? Your
Yeah,
smartphone
yes.
will have IP address. If you are having a tablet, it will have IP address. If you have a printer, it will have some IP address, isn't it? If you have a printer at your home, or if you have a tablet or a iPad or something, right? So all these devices will have some IP address. So IP address is a unique number assigned to any device connected to the internet. Can I define like this? Right, so that is IP address, right? And how to check the IP address of your machine? Can you please check the IP address of your machine and ping it in the Zoom chat? Guys, please check the IP address of your machine and ping it in the Zoom chat to me. Is it interesting or boring, guys? Anyone feeling bored?
No, it's interesting.
Right? So how to check the IP address? Yes? I got
Yes.
some only 2 responses till now. Yeah. So in Windows operating system, suppose if you are on Windows operating system, open a command prompt, right? By typing CMD in the search box, Windows search box, isn't it? and you get a command prompt like this, you'll get a black color window like this, isn't it? So now type there, what is the command to check the IP address? IP
IP config.
figure, right? And now what is the IP address of my machine? Can you tell me, like, of course, most of you know that. Can you tell me
This
what is the IP address of my machine?
IPv4
IPv4.
192.1.
Right. This is the IP address of my machine. And now is it fixed one? Or does it change from time to time? Is it
Changes.
static or dynamic?
Dynamic.
Dynamic.
It will be dynamic. It will not be static. Okay. And this is also called as private IP address. Again, it is the IP address of my computer, my laptop. Again, if you want to be precise, this is called as private IP. Okay. Have you heard like private IP and public IP? You might have heard that, right? Before. So this is private IP address. And this is it static or dynamic? It is dynamic. It changes. It changes based on the network. Suppose if I connect to my mobile data now, the IP address, will the address remain same? Definitely
No, it will change.
Definitely not. It will change, isn't it? So this is private IP, right? And when you say private IP, there will be something called public IP also, isn't it? Now, what is the difference between private IP and public IP? So first of all, let us define what is private IP. Let us define private IP. What is the definition of private IP address? Anyone define it? Can anyone define it? The IP address within our network is called as private IP. Can I define like this? IP address within the network. What does that mean within the network content? For example, those who are at your home, let's say, for example, you have one computer, you have one smartphone, you have one iPad, connected to your Wi-Fi network, right? Now, every device should have some unique number, right? The very, definition of IP address says that it is unique number, isn't it? Now, if you have a computer and a lap and, one smartphone and one printer connected to your Wi-Fi, each device should have some different unique address, right? Isn't it? So each device will have a private IP within your network, right? So that is the IP address assigned within your network. Yeah, guys, that is private IP. Let me write it down here. I will write it down, here, and we'll check tomorrow, guys. We'll check tomorrow and see whether it changes or, or else tomorrow I'll connect to my mobile data and we'll check that. Just copy that and hit enter. Okay. So this is the IP address of my laptop on 22nd April. Okay. And we'll see that tomorrow. Okay. That is why I'm noting it down. Right. And now when you say private IP, there will be something called public IP also, isn't it? Now, what is that public IP? How to check the public IP? Yes. Go to, go through Google. Okay. Yeah, you can do a Google search, or else type what is my IP.com. Open a browser and type what is my IP.com. Or else, Google search for public IP. What is my public IP? Okay. Now see here. It is detecting now. Just let's wait for that to complete. Take this much time. Let me close the other tabs, please. Right? So if you open any browser and go to this website, what is my IP.com, right? You will see that public IP, or else, let me, public IP. Okay. What is my public IP, right? You can do a Google search and, let us go to, see, this is the same website. What is my IP.com is the first website. I'll go to some other website. What is my public IP.com? Right? This is somehow not working, guys. It is showing detecting. That's it. It is not showing, but some issue with that. Okay. Now you see here, this is the public IP. You see here, clearly it mentioned here. Your public IP address is, Ani. It is mentioned here, isn't it? So this is public IP. Now, what is the difference between private IP and public IP, guys? So let me type that, hold on 1 second. Just let me type it here. This is public IP on 22nd April today, right? Tomorrow I'll connect to another network and I'll show you that. I know that it changes from network to network. Clear, guys? And those who are, some of you may be in PG now, right? So suppose, like there will be a one single router for your entire PG. And now, but each device will have a different IP address, right? If some, see, if someone does a cyber crime, someone does some, like cyber crime or something, right? This is how cybercrime police will track us or track that guy, isn't it? With the help of this IP address, every device connected to that will have a separate IP address. Suppose someone purchased some laptop or desktop or something, some product on Amazon, let's say, using someone else's credit card. So you go, this guy got someone else's credit card number, and he did some fraud or cheating by buying without his knowledge. He bought some product on, let's say, from some device. It can be smartphone or a laptop or a desktop, isn't it? So, like that IP address will be traced out, and, it will be mapped to that order placed on Amazon. Amazon will trace all those, from which IP address this order was placed, from which IP address this, this payment was made, and they will store all those details. If someone complains on that, then that is how they track them or they trace them. Even we are using it for tracing, like, if someone is sharing our training material to any of your friends or, someone else. By the way, that is one important terms and conditions, guys, right? So yesterday I told you that there are some terms and conditions, right? You are not supposed to share this training material with anyone, recorded sessions or training material, right? If anyone is sharing, we can also trace with the help of the IP address. We have tools to trace out that. Okay. We'll be sharing our recorded sessions through YouTube for private videos. Public videos, you can share it, right? So there will be two different types of, we share the recorded sessions in two ways. One is public video and the other one is private. Private videos are for your use only. Okay. Public videos, you can share it, but private videos, you are not supposed to share to anyone, right? And that is what, to check your today's Gmail, you got some emails from me, right? That is clearly mentioned over there. Okay. And we are giving some exemptions. Suppose if you want to share it with your own brother or sister, yes, you can share it. If anyone is married, you can share to your spouse. We don't have any issue. Okay. But please let us know so that, we will not, if we find ourselves, we will, revoke the access immediately to them. Okay. If you let us know, that we will not revoke. Suppose if you are sharing to your, if anyone is married, those who joined online also, right? So if you want to share it with your spouse, we don't have any issue, right? Or if you want to share it to your own brother or sister, we don't have any issue. Okay, own brother. If you want to share to siblings, we don't have any issue, guys. Okay, siblings means own brother or sister, own brother or sister. Why I am repeating it is, so don't bring that pledge here. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. So that is not applicable here. That is why I am mentioning own brother or sister. Okay. Got it, guys? And that is how we track also. With the help of this IP address, we can track if anyone is sharing our training content to anyone else. All right. So, and like I got it from another training institute only. Another training institute, I got it. I got to know that tools, about those tools from another trainer. And we also started using that recently. All right. So where are we? Which slide number? Okay. Yeah. So clear about it. What is public IP? And by the way, what is public IP? See, observe here, your Wi-Fi router will have one common public IP. Suppose at your home, you have one Wi-Fi router. Okay. Have some Wi-Fi router that will have one public IP. So public IP is the IP address visible to the external world. Public IP is the IP address to the external world. Clear, guys? So I'll tell you some example to understand this private IP and public IP. Right? Some of you may be staying in a multi-story apartment, right? Some of you, at least. You're not staying in an apartment or independent house. Apartment only, right? How many apartments or how many flats you have in that building? Only one. Only one floor. Okay. So anyone staying in a multi-story apartment?
5 floors, 20 flats.
What is it?
5 floors, 20 flats.
5 floors, 20 flats. Okay. So if someone asks you, suppose if your neighbor asks you, what is your, where do you stay? So how would you answer that?
I'll stay like in an area in this flat.
Yeah. The flat number. You will tell the flat number, right? Suppose if your the resident of the same building asks you, you will tell flat number some 201 or 301 or something like that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That is something like your private IP, because that flat number, anyone within that building can identify that flat number, isn't it? But if your friend or if your colleague asks you in the office, like, where do you stay? Definitely you will not say your flat number, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
You'll say your, your building name or your locality and then your building name, isn't it? Right? So that is something like your public IP, isn't it? So this is something IP address visible to the external world is public IP. And within that network, the IP address within your network is called as private IP. Is it clear, guys? If your colleague or, you met someone in the metro or, while coming to the class, if someone asks you, where do you stay? You will not say your flat number, isn't it? You'll say your building name or your area first, right? Your area and then your building name or plot number, isn't it? So that is like public IP, because, they don't know what is the flat number, right? Or where is that flat number, isn't it? But if someone within your building asks, you will not say your building name, right? Or your locality name, you will not say, but you will say your flat number if someone in your building asks you, isn't it? So these, private IP and public IP are something like that, right? And now, the next concept, what is the time now? 12:17. Shall we stop here? So this covers, public IP, private IP, IP address, and operating system and system configuration. And again, when you check the IP address, observe here, I will explain this IPv4 and IPv6, and I will close for today. And host name also. These are simple basics are, important fundamentals you need to know. So IPv4 and IPv6. Observe here, when we check the IP address, we saw this IPv4 address, but there is something also called as IPv6 address, isn't it? There is also something called IPv6 address. So what is this IP address? What is this IPv6 address, guys? What is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6? Okay, so let me explain. So initially, like when World Wide Web has started, www has started, right? You know what is the www means, right? Or no?
Yes.
What is that www?
World Wide Web.
World Wide Web Consortium. World Wide Web Consortium, right?
Yes.
So they defined some standards, when this internet in the very beginning of the internet, they defined all these standards. Some standards like IP address and all this, right? And so just like your mobile number, initially we used to have all the mobile numbers used to start with when mobiles started, right? All the mobile number used to start with, in India, it used to start with number 9. Then all the 9 series got full, and then it started 8 series and then 7 series, isn't it? So similarly, all the IPv4 address combinations are over. That all these combinations got over. After all these combinations got exhausted, they introduced, World Wide Web has introduced IPv6. Just like mobiles, 8 series, 7 series, 6 series, after all the 9 series numbers are over, we got 8 series and then 7 series and then 6 series, isn't it? So in the same way, World Wide Web has introduced this IPv6 after all the IPv4 addresses got exhausted, all the numbers got exhausted. Okay, so that is IPv4, difference between IPv4 and IPv6. And then host name. The next concept I want to explain, or the next concept that I want everyone to know is host name. Host name is nothing but your computer name. And how to check your host name? How to check the host name of your computer? In the same command prompt, simply type host name. That's it. host name. Sorry, there is a typo before. Yeah. Type host name and it will show you your computer name. Right? So this is the name that I gave to my system, perf test for performance testing. And you can change it. You can change the host name. Yes or no? You can change the host name. Observe here. When you open this my computer properties, right? When you go to properties, there is an option to rename the PC, isn't it? You see here, rename this PC. You can change the name of your computer. If you click on rename this PC, it will ask you to give the, current PC name is perf tester, isn't it? You can change it. You can give some new name if you want, but you need to restart your system. After you rename, you need to restart your system. Then only it will be effective. Clear? Now we will do, you can try it later on. You can try it on your system later on to rename your PC. But this is host name is nothing but your computer name, right? Or your machine name, isn't it? And now how to check the host name? Open a command prompt and type this command host name. And it will show you your computer name, current computer name, right? And then there is another command called who am I? How many of you know this? What does this tell you? What does this command tell you? Who am I and type just
Current user.
Yes, what is it showing?
Current user.
Current user. The user with which I logged into my system. This is right now I logged into my system with username as Pawan. Right? You can create multiple user accounts on your computer. You know that. You know that, isn't it? So I am right now logged in with this username, with this user account on this machine. This is the machine name and this is my username, current username. That is what who am I tells you. And this command works on Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac OS, any operating system. Okay, most of these commands work on any operating system, most of the operating systems. Clear? Not only on Windows. Who am I command, particularly who am I command works on Windows or Linux or Mac OS or any other operating system. Clear? We stop it here, guys, for today. Okay, and we'll continue tomorrow. We'll continue the rest of the concepts tomorrow. LAN and WAN, ping command. What is the normal command prompt and elevated command prompt? What is a firewall? How to connect to a remote desktop, right? How to use this remote desktop connection, and all this we'll discuss that tomorrow. Okay, and the remaining concepts, right? Some concepts I will defer them. I will postpone them for next month because not important at this moment. But these are these are basics that everyone should know. That is the reason I mentioned, I titled it. I gave a title as Know Your Computer, right? Okay, so with this, I'll stop here, guys, for today. Any queries before I close the today's session?
Pawan, I have a query. This is Tom.
Yes, please.
Like, you'll be sharing this slides to our mail.
Yes, I will share this. For online participants, I will share these slides. For offline participants, I am planning to give printed material. If you want me to give a soft copy only, I'm happy with that. Okay, it's up to you. If soft copy kavalante, I will share it. But if you want a hard copy, I'm planning a hard copy for offline participants. Okay, we'll conduct a voting and we'll decide.
But same will be there, no? Like soft copy and hard copy.
Hard copy will be like I will give the definitions also in the hard copy.
Okay.
Basically, I will give the notes here. But for you, you will have this class notes, right? So we'll share this class notes also to you, to everyone. Everyone will receive this class notes.
Okay. And Pawan, like same link will be there for tomorrow also.
What is it?
Same link, same meeting link.
Zoom meeting ID will be same daily.
Okay. And tomorrow will be the demo or we'll start tomorrow? Like as
tomorrow also, will be a demo session. Yes.
Okay.
Because I'll be explaining these concepts only. I will not start the actual concepts. The actual concepts will be started after 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
We will start the software development life cycle and then testing life cycle, right? And functional versus non-functional testing. And what is performance testing? That will be covered mostly next week. So
Okay.
today is Monday only, right? Today is Monday, right? Yeah. So these concepts will be started from Wednesday onwards. Tomorrow also we'll spend on these concepts, these computer fundamentals only.
Okay, Pawan. And same time will be there or any like on Saturday we have at 10:30 and today we have at 11. So the time will be same or any changes in time?
Hold on one second. Is this time convenient or you want me to start by 10:30? I can start by 10:30 if you want.
Yeah,
10:30 will be
10:30
fine.
10:30 will be fine.
10:30? You want me to start by 10:30?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Pawan. And if
So
not, we'll have
11 will be fine.
a poll on this. Why? Because
We'll have a poll on this in the WhatsApp group, okay? But those who are those who
not-
already confirmed only will be there in the WhatsApp group. Do one thing, can you please post your preferred time, 10:30 or 11? Please post it in the Zoom chat.
okay, Pawan. Now itself.
Yeah, please now itself. Because once I close the meeting, the Zoom chat will be closed. Pause recording, okay? And those who are watching this session online or on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe and turn on all notifications, guys. If you want to join live training, ping me on my WhatsApp number. Here is my WhatsApp number, guys. You see in every slide. So please contact me on this WhatsApp number. Okay, I'm doing some marketing and for my YouTube channel server.
Yeah, Pawan. Why I'm asked for timing, like as it is a summer, like if I plan to come to offline, and so it will be very.
Yes, correct. That is a valid concern. So because we have offline also, I also want to start it by 10:30 because so that we can close by 11:30 or 12, max 12 sharp.
Okay.
My preferred time is also 10:30 to 12. Okay. Because we have offline batch also, and it's really very hot outside. And by the way, we have, for your information, the classroom is AC classroom, right? Those who are attending online. And and one more thing, our students are eligible to issue metro pass, guys. Okay. Those who are 1998, those whose date of birth is 1998 and above, please get a metro pass. Those who want to, those who want to attend offline. Okay. We are planning some additional activities for offline participants, which are not possible for online. Got it? So, if you are in Hyderabad, please plan to attend offline. Or even if you are in out of station, please, if possible, try to attend offline. We are having AC classroom, we are having metro student pass facility, and we are planning something additional for offline participants. Some additional activities, learning activities. Okay. Right? So, and you will have, after the session, our students are practicing here till 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, right? Those who are coming offline, they are staying back and, they are doing scripting practice and all till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Okay.
And Pawan, one more thing, like institute will be open from, like if I plan to come from offline.
It will be, and I will be available till 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So any doubt clarification and all, I will be available till 2 o'clock here.
Till 2, right?
Till 2 o'clock, yes.
Okay.
Offline or on?
And institute will be open, like
offline. I'm talking about offline. I will be available in Amirpet till 2 o'clock.
Yes, Pawan, I understood, but the institute will be closed when, like after 6 or after 8, any kind of criteria like that.
Actually, we reserved this classroom till 2 o'clock only because we have only 2 morning batches running.
So after 2, institute will be closed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay.
So this is our Amirpet classroom, guys. Okay. So if anyone, please try to come to offline, guys. We have, because we saw very good success in the offline batch, right? We started this offline last October or November, and offline participants are having good success ratio compared to online participants. Got it? We are seeing almost 80% success ratio, and there are 80% of the people attending offline are getting placement very fast compared to online participants, guys. And we have a very wonderful classroom. And this is a new building, 4 to 5 years, new building, right? So, Amirpet Institute, there are a lot of old institutes, very old buildings and all, but this is not like that. This is our Amirpet classroom, guys. Okay. It is close to Amirpet metro station, guys, by the way. Okay. This building entrance will be next to metro station. please don't, those who are coming to offline, prefer to come by metro. Okay. Don't, don't prefer to come by your bike, please. Right? Because, we are having very hot summer, isn't it? And it is expected to have a very, fierce summer this year also. Because of that, they are saying that El Nino effect, there is some El Nino effect, isn't it? So please prefer to try to come by metro only. Okay, good. All right, then I'm closing the meeting, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for the day.
Recording. By the way, we have 3 time slots, possible time slots, guys. So I think yesterday I explained them. Okay. Right now, the new morning batch timings are 10:30 to 12 p.m. Right, tentatively, right? And then I'm planning one evening batch, but this will be like from next week mostly, because I need at least 10 confirmed participants to start the batch. To start the batch, I need at least 10 confirmed participants. Okay. But this is another possible time slot available. And morning, 9 to 10, one LoadRunner batch is going on currently. These timings are 9 to 10 a.m. 9 to 10 a.m. one LoadRunner batch is in progress. This is in progress. Okay. And trainer is Shyam for that. This batch is in.
I am also seeing that 7 to 8 possible time.
What is that? 7 to 8 in the morning?
No, evening session.
Okay, you are looking for evening batch.
Yeah.
That will
Yeah,
be,
me too,
I need
Kam.
at least 10 confirmed participants to start that batch, guys. So if you can confirm your joining, that will be helpful for me to start as soon as possible. Confirmed participants means, I need to receive 5,000 fees advance. That is the meaning of confirmed participants. Okay, do one thing now. Can you please do one thing for 1 week? Can you please join these timings? Later on, by that time, I will get some more, inquiries and some more students, right? And then we can start.
Okay.
But I am planning to start evening batch from next month onwards. Mostly, I will be starting from May onwards. Okay, once this batch stabilizes. Got it? So maybe mostly from May 1st. That evening batch will be started from month of May. Okay. Okay, guys. So we are on top of the hour. Let me update the tracker sheet. Right. So it's almost, when did we start? We started today's session at 11 o'clock, I think, right?
Yes, 11.
Yeah. 11 to 12.
11 to 12:30. Yeah.
Sir, if I want to join the 9 to 10 batch, till now, is the syllabus covered there? Can I adjust in that batch?
No, enrollments are closed into that batch. We cannot enroll into that batch because it is done by, let me show you the batch tracker for that one. Okay. So where is that? March. Yeah. It's almost done by 36 hours. Total duration will be 60 hours minimum. So 36 hours means almost, completed by 60%. The 9 to 10 a.m. batch is completed by 60%. Who is this?
Okay, sir.
Manjusha. Yeah. Next batch, if you want 9 to 10, then you have to wait for next batch. If you
When
want
is that?
our training. Yeah.
When is that, sir? Next batch?
Next batch will be in the month of May.
Okay.
Maybe mid of May. By mid of May, it will be started. So because basically, it will take at least 2 months for us, okay, to complete one tool. So this batch was
Morning batch and evening batch.
No, I'm talking about this morning batch, 9 to 10 a.m.
Okay, evening batch, the 7 to 8.
Evening batch also will be started in May first week.
Okay.
My evening batch will be started in the first week of May. Okay, if you still have any queries, please ping me, guys. Please ping me on WhatsApp or, you can call me now. All right, I'm closing the meeting, guys.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks,
then,
Pawan.
guys, one last thing. So please, we started Instagram page recently. Please follow our Insta page, guys. So we are sharing a lot of openings on that page, right? Only last year only we started, even though we started these trainings 5 years back. We recently completed, 5 years and stepped into 6th year. But this Instagram page was started only last year, only a couple of months back. So, this is the link, guys. Please follow that page. Follow our Insta page. I'm sharing it in the WhatsApp group. I'll share it in the Zoom chat for now. Or go to instagram.com and search for MGMITtraining. Okay. Search for this MGMITtraining and please follow the page. We are going to post some, some more referral openings today, right? And also some remote positions also. I got some remote opportunities also, which I am going to post on my Insta page.
Okay.
Okay, Pawan.
And also new batch updates. You will get new batch updates and all this. Okay. And I'm done for the day, guys. Thanks everyone. I'm closing the meeting.
Thank you.
And Zoom
Bye,
meeting ID remains same, guys. The Zoom
Okay.
meeting ID remains same. Tomorrow we'll connect at 10:30 or 11. We'll decide based on the poll. Okay. But I will
Okay.
try to. I
Okay.
also prefer to start by 10:30.
Okay, Pawan.
Okay.
All right then. So
Okay.
have a
Thanks,
nice
Pawan.
day.